Are you looking to get quicker in Real Racing 3? You've pulled into the right garage. Here's a few pointers that will up your game and get you mixing with the upper end of those time trial leaderboards. The handling model in Real Racing 3 is all about maintaining grip. There are no speed boosts for drifting all the way around a corner here, just a massive loss of revs and a bunch of cars speeding past you. If you want to be quick, you have to avoid drifting at all costs. That means picking a braking point that will give you enough time and distance to steer into the corner apex with all 4 tyres maintaining traction, and being buttery smooth on the steering wheel like a lubed up Jensen button. Master this technique and you'll carry max speed through every turn, and the air will be free of burning rubber. Now that you've mastered the basics of braking points and smooth steering, it's time to take racing lines to the extreme. There's a little quirk in Real Racing 3 that lets you put 2 wheels off the track with little to no speed penalty, and that lets you take really aggressive lines into turns and straighten out tight angles. Heading out to the extreme outside of a turn just before the braking zone means that when you turn in, you'll have less of an acute angle on the way out, so you'll be able to step on the power earlier. Going outside track limits with all 4 wheels will really scrub your speed off, however, so there's a bit of risk reward to this technique. There are loads of cars in Real Racing 3 and they all have their own handling characteristics. In fact, those individual traits are as pronounced here as in any racing sim, so it pays to really spend some time with your car of choice and get to know what it's capable of. Braking distances and traction limits are the biggies here. That Nissan Silvia you started the game with might need 200 meters to slow for that last chicane at Suzuka, but hypercars and track vehicles need half that, despite carrying much more speed along the straight. Adjust accordingly. Look, watching replays isn't as fun as racing, and there's nothing we can say to convince you otherwise. However, you can learn a lot from watching yourself racing and figuring out the exact points in each track when you could have gone quicker. It makes sense, doesn't it? Because when you're racing, you're spending a lot of brain power on coordinating your control inputs, watching the track and reacting to the car's behaviour, while you're also trying to spot braking points and apexes. But when you watch that footage back, your brain's no longer under load. It's free to really watch the car's behaviour and figure out where you could have carried more speed, where you brake too early or too late, and which lines into turns could be improved. Next time you head into a time trial with that exact same car and track, you'll be armed with all the knowledge you need to extract the maximum out of both. Those are our pointers for gaining some extra speed on the track in Real Racing 3. Stick to the track like glue, push the track limits hard even if it means going 2 wheels off piste, focus on nailing the characteristics of one car in particular, and get stuck into replay mode to watch your performances for clues on where to carry more speed. What did you make of our tips? Let us know if they helped you out or if you had any of your own in the comments below. You can also leave suggestions down there for what you'd like to see us cover on the channel. We're all ears. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this vid and want to see more. We'll catch you next time.